What's happening, guys? Matt, Cichlid Dojo here, back with another monthly Fishroom update. This is for September 2022. Kind of a brief summary. Not a whole lot of new fish, really very little to no new fish lately. However, I have quite a few projects going on right now, and it's actually pretty fun and exciting times. Grout projects, fish that are starting to color up, all that good stuff. Trying to pair up, get a bunch of pairs, Feste, Carpentus, Trimax, quite a few. So a lot of good updates here. I'll try to keep it as concise as I can. I tend to go long, pain in the butt to upload this to YouTube, a really long video, but try to do it faster if we can. We'll see how that happens, but let's jump right in here. So first, I guess we'll start over here. This is one of my projects that's going on. I have a bunch of my Escondido Carpentus Grouts, and if you guys recall and follow the channel, I started these guys at Fry, and the reason I did that was you know, my two breeding pairs, which I'll show you in a second. We'll go to them next. They really slowed down on the breeding, and so in order to secure future breeders, as you can already tell in here, it looks like we're in pretty good shape there. You can see that female right there, and she may have dropped eggs in that pot, I'm not sure, but I don't see the fry anymore. And then she appears to be paired up with this male here. So kind of like I was saying, in order to secure breeders of this line for the future, you know, I have to plan accordingly. And you know, I still have a group of, I think, 12 or 14 in here, and it looks like that's the first pair to form, and I think they look great. I really like them, and female's very feisty. That's good news, not a pushover. And I've even seen another female in this tank in breeding dress at one point, but I don't see the pair together. So looks like it might be a successful grow out here. We'll see going forward. And I still do have them in the group. I want to keep them this way. Anytime you have low numbers or even just a pair, it's very risky, especially with this species. I know I'm able to accomplish doing that with the two bigger breeding pairs that I have. We'll see in a second, but I've had some unfortunate things happen in past years. Female getting killed off by the male with very limited short time, and I couldn't do anything about it. So anyways, this group, this tank is doing well. I have quite a few. I have some other males, subdominant males, that I'm really liking. I think this guy right here, so little nuchal hump developing, taking a little bit of beating, and I would definitely watch that carefully, but there's definitely a few males in here I really like, and females, of course. I also have some Trimax, the bigger ones, the batch I threw in here, because they were just picking off all the other fry in that tank. But I'll probably eventually move them, especially if they're males. But all the fish doing good. One little Cuban in there. So let's move on. Before I do, though, cover the tank on the bottom. Just 75 gallon with the F1 Rio Feste Red Terrors, which I now have them available. The bigger ones are 3/4 of an inch plus, and message me if you're interested. We'll check out their parents here in a bit. But anyways, F1 Rio Red Terrors. All right, let's get to the two big breeding pairs that I was talking about. All right, here's one. Here's the male, and looks like a little bit of fighting lately. You can see the fins a little damaged there, but love this guy, and they haven't been giving me spawns lately. And that's why I've been doing the Grout project. Even the female has a little damage in her pectoral fin. Kind of rare. They've been really good for years together. They're experienced a little aggression lately, but she's definitely got her places to hide. She's got that tube in the back where the male can't fit, that one right there. She's also got a tube at the top where she could go to, a little floating tube. So I'm pretty confident that she is safe. She knows where to go if he starts acting up. And on the other side of the divider, we have this other male and female, another breeding pair, and they're ones that actually do still spawn, or they have recently. And so I'm starting to pull some fry from them. I never used to in the past years because I had the pair on the left. But I do have fry of the pair on the left available, and I think they're in that 3/4 of an inch plus minus size. Let me know if you're interested. Some blue Texas Rictus Carpentus fry. Great species, easy to grow out. You get the right amount. Don't get a number like 4 fry or 6 fry. To me, that's setting yourself up for failure. Not enough fish to spread the aggression. So start with a smart number. You know, probably I always say minimum 8. Me personally, I do a 12 to 20 fry. It also allows you options of choosing which males and females you like, and gives you pretty good chances of getting pairs. So anyways, let's move on. Down below this 150-gallon tank is 80-gallon, I believe. It's got some decent size Cubans in here. I don't have the lights on. You're not going to be able to see them that well, but I'm listing them as, I think, 1.5 to 2.5 inches. They're available. Let me know if you're interested, and we'll go check out their parents here in a second. So, Endopsis tetracanthus Cubans are available as well. Message me. All right, next tank, 120-gallon. We may not see much in here. This is the True Green Terror group. And do you know Cara Stalsberg guy? See if we get lucky here. Probably not. They got the garage doors wide open. You can see one hiding down there. Maybe they'll make their way out, but they're doing really good. These Wildcat, this Wildcat group. The parents haven't spawned since the last time where I didn't pull them, but I do have F1 fry available if you're interested. So feel free to message me on these guys. Go check out some of the other videos when these guys are out and about. A lighted tank. You can really see what they look like. Absolutely beautiful species. Incredibly rare in the hobby right now, but I've been trying to do my best to get them out there and have them available. I think I've had fry available for 1.5 years, 2 years now, quite some time. So message me if you're interested. All right, we'll move down. Briefly down below is just kind of a holding tank right now. I have a Wildcat female who's just keeping the media seated down there while I prepare for the next project. So not much to report there. Now we go to another 120-gallon tank, has some F1 Red Terror Grouts. We're down to 5, I believe. I got the big male here, which I really like. I'm going to hang on to him. His female, who he was paired with, and she spawned twice. You know, I announced in one of my live videos that she was available. Someone jumped on her really quick, and they received her this week. So they got a really nice breeding female, and I think they're going to be happy with her. So the male in here, kind of just going to hold on to him a little bit. I'm going to see how some of these other females turn out, but I have so many bigger females in the 180 that you'll see in a little bit that it's hard for me to keep any of these F1 females. I really just need these males, a couple males, to get bigger faster. That's what's slowing me down with the pairing up process. He's just too small to introduce with some of those other females that I have in mind. So he's just in here for the meantime with some other Grouts as well. I might actually really like this male too, so I'm gonna figure something out. Hopefully it's hard to grow out 4 different F1 males, you know, but I'm working on 3 right now. Hopefully I can make room for a 4th. So anyways, and again, I have F1 fry available off my Wildcat Pair. Down below, not a whole lot to report here. Just had some Texas fry that didn't seem to do too well, and so I may have to move on to something else there, but I could definitely use that tank going forward. All right, now we're at the 75 with the Motaguensis pair. My buddy, who was supposed to pick these up, he for whatever reason backed out, and now I'm considering what to do with them. I kind of need the tank, you know, this top tank where I can show off. I might do a Grout series or something like that, but yeah, I'm figuring this out. You know, it's a hard decision. I like the male and the female. They've spawned for me multiple times. I have fry off of them available. This male is really cool. Got a little bit of attitude, and you can see the female over here on the right. They refuse to breed through the divider, so that's fine. I got fry. I'm not in desperate need of more fry, fry, but figure something out. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys. So let's move down below. Got 3 10-gallon tanks. Down here at the bottom, this was that massive couple spawns in the multifasciatus tank, the Freddies, that I pulled the fry, and here we got some at the top there too. Yeah, they've been down here, quite a lot of fries, so I had some die off, which is totally fine. I have bigger ones available, and we'll get to those when we get to the parents' tank. In the middle, I have more F1 Rio Guys Red Terra fry. These are not the ones that are available. You just saw them in the 75. Quite a few batches of the Feste going. Gotta get them bigger. And then this on the left, these are some Panamensis. Although a lot of these are like that inch size, I have slightly bigger ones in another 10-gallon. So they are available as well if you want to get some Panamensis. Beautiful species. They stay small, really cool. Best to do them in a group, a little bit aggressive. Anyways, let me know. All right, now we're on the 240-gallon. I'm going to try to get in here. They're a little skittish right now because the garage doors were just recently opened, but you see my Wildcat Pair down there. Female's hiding there in the tube as it's meant, serving its purpose. Male's in the back there. Really liking the shape this male is taking up. Getting his nuchal hump built up there, and yeah, they look great. I'll have to at some point do another lighted video update to really see them. They're great. They're doing good. Spawning consistently. Couldn't ask for more from a Wildcat Feste pair. Male is my absolute favorite. Fingers crossed things don't just take a turn for the worst. So, and then of course their little dither friends, silver dollars. Up at the top we got 2 breeder boxes of their fry that I'm growing out. 1, 2. So they're doing good. Male came out a little bit. Let's check them out, focus on them. Getting big. If I had to guess, probably 13 inches at this point, but I'm not going to take them out to measure them. Beautiful fish. Female's great too. Wish it would have come out right now. Tank on the right. So, you know, I have that one male right here that I have hopes for, and I gave him the choice of 3 females. Obviously this biggest one right here seems to be the one that's first in line. They seem to be doing good. She wants him, and I would guess that there might be some breeding in the future for them. Although, like I mentioned with that last female I moved, it's really hard for me to hold on to females right now because I got these bigger ones in a 180 gallon that I really like and I'm gonna hold on to. So I'm probably gonna put this female, I'm putting this female available, and she's a little bit bigger than the one that I got rid of recently this week. I would say she's 6 to 7 inches, a little bit bulkier. Has not spawned that I've seen, but you could tell, I think she's right around the corner from getting there. Again, F1 Rio Gaius Red Terror Feste, she's available. And let me know if you're interested, guys. All right, let's move along. I am going to actually sit on my tiny chair. We're gonna go over here first. All right, then we're gonna check out the Cubans. This is the breeding pair. And the male's getting a little aggressive towards me right now, but they're doing really good. And like you saw earlier, have some of their fry available up to 2.5 inches. Also have a little bit of their fry in this tank, which I'm not, I'm not in dire need of growing them out, but they got a little side with the divider. They can hang out and grow out a little bit if they want, but we'll see. If she drops, then they're probably at risk of getting picked off. But anyways, Cubans are doing good. Really like the pair. Male shaking his head. All right, let's move on down below. Another 3 10 gallons. The one on the left, these are just Motaguensis, smaller ones. The ones I have available are in another 40 gallon. I'd say the other ones are about 1 inch. So let me know if you're interested in Red Tiger Motus. These are the Panamentis that I was talking about that are a little bit bigger and are available. I'd say these are all that consistent 1 inch plus. Looking good. Let me know if you want to get some Panamentis. And then on the right, this is another batch of Redislottis. So I have bigger ones of these in 1 to 1.5 inches available, and we'll see those near the end. But let me know if you want some Redislottis. All right, let's get to this 40 gallon tank, see if I can try not to spook them too much. Try to get in here slow like. These are some F1 True Green Terrors that I'm growing out, and they're doing all right. You know, the typical issues that I get with these guys, like I had with the parents, if you guys follow my channel over the years. You know, they get that white stringy, and you know, it's nothing that can just be cured with medication. It's kind of like deal with it. So, you know, maybe because my water's too hard, pH too high, who knows. But over time, the Wildcat parents have gotten over that. You know, it hasn't occurred in a while. So got a lot of these guys, I think 12 of them in here, but they're various sizes. Some as small as like 1.5 inches, but some are like close to 4 inches. So I'm growing them out for the same reason as the Carpentus, where I basically need some backups. You know, and these F1s I think will make great breeders. So hopefully you can see how beautiful some of these are becoming. So they're doing good, and got some dithers, some of their just to help them come out a little more, feel more comfortable. These Tetras, although they picked one off recently, I don't know what happened with that one. These are bigger than some of these terrors in here. So all right, moving down below, 40 gallon. These are some of the Blue Texas Carpentus fry that are available. The biggest ones in here are definitely 3/4 of an inch to maybe 1 inch, I would say, looking at some of them. And like I always state, I need to move the biggest ones first. So if you get an order, you will get the biggest. That's my pledge. So, got a bunch of them in here. They are available, and you saw their breeding parents in the 150 gallon previously. So, let me know if you're interested, guys. All right, moving on. How we're doing on time? 20 minutes. All right. Now we're gonna get to the. All right. The fun tank. A lot is going on in this tank. The multifasciatus Freddies doing really well. I think there's basically 3 pairs. I get a pair in the back. You can see those 2, and they've spawned on the back of that driftwood before with plenty of fry, which I siphoned out. And this pair is always going after this pair, who they spawn in that pot right there. And I have seen a 3rd pair in the right hand side of the tank, so it can get a little rough for some of the oddballs who aren't you know, aren't chosen, but they're doing pretty good. Really beautiful species. And I have fry available right now, guys. These guys are getting a little bit bigger, although the numbers are dwindling. I'd say they're half to 3/4 of an inch. Probably only have 40 left. There's some shipping out Monday, but let me know if you guys are interested in some Freddies. And I think this is a female that's been guarding them ever since they've been up there. She hasn't really been paired with anybody, but she decided she wanted to protect the fry, who aren't even in the tank, right? Really cool behavior. So, amazing species. And we'll go down below. These are some Trimax, Rio Naranjo Trimax that are available. And I'm saying size inch to inch and a half, I think I'm putting on there. So let me know if you're interested, Rio Naranjo Trimax, and you can go check out some of my old video for the parents if you want. And that's who they're off of. All right, let's move to the last section. I lost my chair. Give me a second. Bring my little chair here. All right, so this is a 180 gallon, and this is where I'm also been doing a lot of work for this project. So what basically happened in here, I had a bunch of bigger, what I thought were males. They turned out to be female. This is one of them. That's another one. And then the only male I got out of those groups that I got back from my buddy was smaller. And so he was getting picked on, and it was just not working. He wasn't catching up on size, or he was, if anything, taking a little bit of a beating. And this female down here is a Wildcat. And she's always the most dominant, even though she's not the biggest. And so what I did is I moved that male to this side, and I started him on kind of like a bigger diet. And he's definitely putting on some size. And I'm gonna probably continue to do that maybe another month before I reintroduce, but he is you know, shy right now because the door's open, but I think he's gonna be really nice. F1 Rio Gaius, and he's always, see all the spangles on his fins. I think he's just got everything. His barring's great. We'll see how his profile turns out. And he's always at the divider with this Wildcat female he's unrelated with. And so I'm really hoping that they pair up. Her colors will really start to come in, I think. And here he is again. I think he has a lot of potential. I'm excited about this project. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know with the males. Sometimes they just do not accept the females, and they're just relentless, and yeah. So I've dealt with that many times in the past, but as far as everything right now that we know, I think he's going to be a fantastic breeder if he cooperates. So they're doing good, and a lot of those females in here I really like, and they're bigger, and I would really like to keep most of them. So I need some of those other males to get bigger faster in order to use them. So that's kind of what we got going on. Down below we have 2 40 breeders, and one's on the right here. These are the Redislottis that are available. I guess I could turn the light on here. So these guys are that inch plus, inch to inch and a half, I would say. They're available. Amazing, fun species. Really fun. Let me know if you're interested. And then to the left we have the Red Tiger Motas fry. And again, size probably inch plus. Let me know if you're interested on those. Saw the parents earlier. Okay, and moving on to the last 2 tanks here. So this is another sort of project. I didn't plan on this project. This is a 75-gallon tank, but I found a male that I really wanted to grow out in here, a Rio Naranjo Trimax. And I want to see how this guy turns out, and maybe even if he'll accept a female. I had that one big stumpy, maybe even short body, who knows, female right here. It's taking a little bit of a beating, but her tube was down recently. I don't think it's anymore. And I don't know if she spawned somewhere, but I couldn't find the eggs. So basically using this right now, it just popped up a little project. I think this male has really good markings. Might be really nice. Hopefully he's not as shy going forward. But we'll see. I also have, as dithers, I have like 3 Depi in here, and some of them are taking a beating. And then 1 other male Trimac, just to try to get that pair going with this guy and let him color up. So that is the project, the Trimac project that I'm working on. And down below, these are F1 Andino Car Stalsberg true green terrors that are available, guys. Basically the inchers is what I'm moving. So 1 inch, let me know if you want to get some of these very rare species, true green terrors. And I think that wraps it up, guys. Got pretty good time, under 30 minutes here. So just want to say again, thank you for supporting the channel. Let me know if you're interested in anything I've mentioned here in the video. You know, it's mostly fry on the stock list, but from time to time, like I mentioned in this video, I'll get some bigger ones available, like that 7-inch female F1 Red Terror. It pops up from time to time. I know a lot of people will message and say, let me know when something bigger or whatever becomes available. It's just incredibly difficult for me to keep a list, you know, of it quite possibly could be 100 people. It just would be way too time consuming. And so the only fair way I can think of is I'll make an announcement on the YouTube, my preferred platform, and then first come, first serve, basically. So, you know, a live video was where the last female was announced, and she went really fast. So anyways, appreciate it. And also the ponds outside. I think you probably saw a YouTube video I recently did on the Braziliensis. So they're doing good, as you saw. And trying to figure out if I can squeeze them in the fish room during winter, and maybe work on some spawns and get some fry off of them. I ran out of the fry available, you know, about 6-8 months ago, and it might be time for me to gear up and get a few batches going. So anyways, thank you everyone tuning in. Please like the video, leave your comments, subscribe if you're not already, and until the next one, take care, guys.